AI agents are here. It's your boy Steve, Printer Gang Investments. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top AI agent stocks I'm looking at, some of the AI agent developments I'm looking at, how you can use them, how you can profit from them, all here in this video. So the first thing, a lot of traders in the retail space aren't looking at AI agents yet. They're still just looking at AI stocks. Some of the more advanced and sophisticated traders are looking at AI agents. Like I'm seeing a lot of people building dashboards, a lot of people building reasoning agents like the ones I showed you here, like Pam. A lot of people are getting into auto trading, and we're going to talk about all that in this video. But first thing I want to talk about is the stocks. The stocks that are going to benefit from the AI agent wave, most of them and a lot of them are actually down right now. And that presents us a huge opportunity. The stocks that I'm looking at right now is two categories. I'm looking at stocks that are going to benefit AI agents in the business space, and I'm looking for stocks that will benefit from AI agents in general. So two picks I've been talking about on this channel is ServiceNow and Palantir. ServiceNow and Palantir are very tied into the AI agent layer on the business side. Businesses are going to need those two companies in order to have their AI agents work. Palantir is almost locked in with the ontology. Obviously, they have high valuation since, you know, back when we was trading it went from $7 all the way up to $200. We're currently at 130 something. It's been stalling out for the year. But I don't really have a problem with that because I'm in it for the long term, and they have a lot of ways to go. Specifically with these AI agents, if you've ever used AI before, you know about hallucinations. You've had your AI say something wrong. You've had your AI say something where you had to use your personal expertise and tell the AI, no, that's not correct. Well, you can't do that in business. When you're tied to a billion-dollar corporation or a multi-billion-dollar plus corporation or whatever, you can't necessarily have AI hallucinating, and that's where Palantir come in. Their ontology maps the business's data, make sure the agents don't hallucinate. So as companies get more and more dependent on AI agents, they're going to need something like Palantir to control them. Which brings me to ServiceNow. ServiceNow is actually another control layer of AI. They call it the control plane. Whereas Palantir stops AI from hallucinating, ServiceNow controls a lot of permissions. A lot of things that have to happen before AI gets to the work, before AI gets to your human resources, before AI gets to your lead generation, your marketing, etc. It has to go through ServiceNow's control layer. That's where a lot of permissions are. So I feel like that stock, as we get further along this year and into next year, it might see a growth spurt. They recently had a run. They went all the way down to 80. We actually bought it at like 90, and it went up to like 135 temporarily. So we actually made some good money on those options, but I think this could be more of a long-term trade. Now, for the consumer layer, one big company I'm looking at, and it's going to tie into a lot of the other things I'm talking about with AI agents in the real world, is Twilio. Twilio makes a API, and they have a service where you can place phone calls, place text messages digitally, and now with an agent. I'm going to show you guys in some of my later videos, my agent actually has a phone number. Pam has a phone number you can call. She can call you, those type of things. That's going to be very important in the future, and people don't realize it. AI agents are going to be moving sort of like employees. So AI agents are going to need their own email. They're going to need their own phone numbers. And one of the main places people are going to go to get their phone number for AI is Twilio. So a company like Twilio is really in position to benefit. I'm using Twilio. I learned about it developing AI, and most developers, if they're going to connect their AI to a phone number, they'll probably be using Twilio. Are their competitors? Yes, but these guys stand to benefit a lot. Which brings me to my next point. We're going to talk about a lot more stocks that I think can benefit from this in detail in future videos, but right now I want to tell you guys a lot of the themes I'm looking at. There's a few major themes out here, both for the entrepreneurship side of AI and the investing side of AI, whichever side you're on. The first thing people need to pay attention to is MCP. If you were learning AI earlier or you've been learning AI, you would know MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. That is the USB of AI, like USB-C for your computer. That's the version of that for AI. What MCP does is it allows your AI to connect to other apps, other programs, and that allows your AI to be able to do all types of things autonomously. Like, since you guys last seen me, I've been doing more building. At this point, I'm using Claude Code, I'm using Codex, I'm using Hermes agent, and I'm even experimenting with some Chinese models for costs and things like that. So with that being said, I use MCP a lot. I've got my AI agents connected to video. I've got my AI agent connected to research. I've given my AI agents chart data. I've given my AI agents access to my email, GitHub, all types of things. And all of those things, most of them are MCP and some are API. API has been here a while, but MCP is a new thing that's specifically tied to AI and AI agents. The reason I think the MCP opportunity is so big is for two reasons. They're saying that at some point apps may be replaced. I can see that apps aren't replaced now if you're still building apps. You know what I'm saying? You can still make money. But as I use my Hermes agent more and more every day, I'm installing computer programs on it. Like, I just got an AI video tool I'm going to use to make you guys some AI videos. I've got a website, a web app I use, and instead of downloading the regular app, I actually installed it onto my Hermes agent. And that's going to be a lot of future. It's not going to be about you take your Photoshop and necessarily install it on a computer. You take your Photoshop and install it into your agent, and you tell your agent to use it. That fact is the reason why I think, and a lot of people think, the software sell-off is overblown. Because AI is not going to replace all software. Some softwares can get replaced. That's why I'm like half and half about ServiceNow. I understand the bull case, but I also understand the bear case in ServiceNow, and Salesforce. Like, the bull case on ServiceNow is that they're in control of AI and the control plane. The bear case is their old business model. Can the new business model override the old business model before things go bad with the old business model? Same with Salesforce. A lot of these companies were selling seats. AI replaced the seats, so they're trying to move to making their money off agents. But can they make enough money off agents to replace the fact they're not making money off seats anymore, is the question. But with MCPs, the opportunity is this. MCP is a brand new protocol. It's probably like the App Store in 2010. It's wide open. So anybody who is an entrepreneur who makes an MCP can get a lot of eyes on their product fast. MCPs are like apps for AI. And that changes a lot of things. It's going to be about which companies have the most popular MCPs. Whichever companies those are, their stocks will probably go up. It's also going to be about what MCPs can we as people build, because it's a brand new opportunity. If you learn how to use AI, you learn how to build apps, things like this could be one of your big opportunities. Making an MCP and putting it out there is going to give you a lot more distribution and reach than just putting something on the traditional app store. You're not going to need as many ads. And most importantly, that I've been hearing people talk about, MCP is going to influence the way software is bought. So, for example, I use Supabase a lot. I learned about Supabase for the first time from AI. I'm not a developer. Obviously, people been knowing what Supabase is. But I literally learned about Supabase from AI. I was recommended to use Supabase by AI. So what people aren't understanding right now is a lot of the softwares that are going to make money, they're not going to make money because they get popular amongst people like me and you. They're going to get popular because they make money. Because the AI agents notice them. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be about, do me and you see this thing and think it's popular. It's going to be about, do AI agents see this thing and think it's a good tool? If an AI agent sees a tool that can help them get their job accomplished at a low cost, and it makes more sense for them to use the tool than buy the tool, your AI, whether it's Claude, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Codex, whether it's Claude Code, Cursor, whatever, is going to recommend that tool. And the companies that are being recommended by AI, they're going to get a lot of business. So, you know, this is just a quick talk about what I think is going on in AI, what I think is going on with agents, what I think going on with MCP. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of this shit soon. It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments. I'm going to see y'all in the next video.